it's a lot of attempts to solve this problem and all this stuff. Do you think what was the attempts that was successful? What was the
There were a number of attempts.
a lot of time.
United Nations comprehensive settlement proposals. Since I was a young chap, I remember. A lot of names came. United Nations Secretary Generals. They all had plans. Perez de Cuellar. You were not born then. Before you were born, he was there, and a few others. But the most well-known, the Annan Plan. 20 years ago, 2004-5, the Annan Plan. That was a serious plan. It took 2 or 3 years to be read about.
You didn't vote for Annan Plan, or you voted for Annan?
Against the Plan.
Against?
Yes.
The Annan Plan.
I was in the 35% with Denktaş, Erolu, and my
You
party.
didn't like the solution?
Well, I feared that the Turkish Cypriots would, at the end of the day, would lose out. I feared. That's how we felt. However, as you know, 65% of Turkish Cypriots said yes, because Turkish Cypriots, by and large, were frustrated with the situation, and they wanted at any cost to find a solution to the Cyprus problem, so that we are, with the international community as it were. Now we are under embargo, still under embargoes. We are fed up with these embargoes. So my people, by and large, 65%, and I respect them, they said 65% yes. But the Greek Cypriots, 76% said no to the plan. And when it first...
What is your assessment why the Greek Cypriots said no?
Because
they didn't have any motivation? What is the...
Because the Europeans, the European Union, somehow, I don't know how it happened, they said to the Greek Cypriots, accept it or don't accept it. It doesn't matter, you will be a member of the European Union. So the Greek Cypriots said, we will be in the European Union anyway, so they prefer to say no. If the question had been, say yes, and then become a member of the European Union, probably you would have said yes.
So I spoke a lot of times with Osdil Namin. Osdil Namin was the negotiator for a lot of years.
I know him.
And he says similar things. There is no consequence. There is no motivation for the Greek Cypriots to say
so
yes.
They said no. 76% said no. But if you had said yes, then Cyprus would have been different by now.
For the good or for the
for
bad?
Your good. For your good.
For the Turkish Cypriot community?
Look, this is my own idea, my own conviction, that it would have been good for the Greek Cypriots. Because the island would have been in Europe, united. Okay, the Turkish Cypriots would have had some rights. They stay in the north, but the stay in the north would not have been as much sovereign as I would have liked to have seen it. It would have had some sovereignty rights, but not to the extent that would have satisfied me. And also, after some years, because Turkey is still not in Europe, and I don't know when Turkey will be in Europe. When Turkey is outside of Europe...
I don't know as well, it's a bit difficult.
Okay, but Greece is in Europe. Cyprus would have been in Europe, united as it were. And according to me and my friends who discussed these things at top level politically, that would have been effectively in OSIS. Because Greece and Cyprus in the European Union, with no restriction to migration, capital, investment, all kind of things, as you know, free in the European Union.
If you think we were going to be an oasis, then why you voted against it? It's crazy.
No, I don't want Enosis. Enosis is
not Enosis, like the Annan plan. You said it would be an oasis. Not Enosis, oasis. You said that.
No, I don't.
Oh, you didn't say oasis. I misunderstood you.
Yeah, you misunderstood me. So basically, it would have been in your interest to have said yes to the Annan plan. That's my
and to
idea.
To summarize, to the Turkish Cypriots.
In the long run, the Turkish Cypriots would have lost out.
In the long
run, the Turkish Cypriots would have lost out. Because I believe, always for my own people, Turkey should also have a say. Because Turkey is my guarantor power, my motherland, and some troops on the island is safeguard all my security, which is very important for me. As a young boy, I remember what I went through, the fear, me and my family and the others, how we were, because we didn't have the protection, the security. Very important. And I believe very much this security also reflects very positively on the Greek Cypriots.
EU regulations and all this stuff will protect it.
You believe that? You believe that? Do you really believe that? As a young, very successful, now member of parliament, do you really believe that the European way of security would have safeguarded the interests of the Turkish Cypriots in this complicated island? Do you really believe that? Give me an honest answer.
I think so. Maybe, okay, let me explain, because like 60% of the regulations that we have in Cyprus comes from Europe. So, and we are forced to comply, and we'll have punishments if we don't and all this stuff. So kind of Europe is not perfect. I'm sorry, it's not perfect. But
what will happen in Europe after 50 years? Can you guess? I cannot guess.
I cannot guess as well. Let's hope for the best.
Hope for the best. But I want more than a hope. After what I've been through, what I've lived through at my age, I want more than a hope. I want guarantee. I want something solid.